Alright, man, y'all see I couldn't deal with the apps. They was getting too creepy. So we about to react to some videos on YouTube. And that is a better thing to do. We finna go crazy. Oh my god, alright. That's not from my money, bro. I guess what. Okay, hold on, time out. Alright. Take audio too loud, bro. Hey, look, I'm sorry, y'all, man, that I'm not doing those apps. So we just want to react to YouTube.
My life will never be the same because of one night. I was driving home from a friend's house, located on the outskirts of the city. As far as my eyes went, I could only see vast cornfields on both sides of the road. My house was still 40 minutes away, and I could hear the angry rumble of my stomach. But I couldn't see any sign of a house or people until I took a left turn for a shortcut. The scenery was different after this turn.
I'm gonna tell you this, if you don't like my channel, if you don't like me, don't watch my YouTube channel, bro.
Hooting owls and howling coyotes reminded me that I'm too far from home in the middle of the night. I didn't want to stop no matter how hungry I felt, so I kept on driving for a few kilometers straight. But then I saw this McDonald's drive-thru, and I knew I had to stop. I drove straight into the queue passages, which had no other cars, and stopped right next to the window.
I got a question. If you go to McDonald's at night, you just...
A skinny teenage boy was dozing off, sitting on the counter. I honked my horn twice, and he woke up with an awkward face. I'm sorry, sir. I was just... Relax, man. No problem. I get it. It's okay to be tired. He smiled and asked for my order. I'll have a Big Mac with 1 small fries and an iced tea. Okay, give me some time to get back with your food. Saying this, he went inside the restaurant to prepare the meal. I figured out this outlet is short-staffed, so the boy is in charge of everything tonight. I sat...
That's another thing about McDonald's, man. Their food be cold, man. That should make me
quietly waiting for my meal, but then the urge to pee hit me right away. I came out of the car and went to use the public toilet located in the corner of the drive-thru. I was about to close the door when I noticed a guy dressed as Ronald McDonald sitting on a bench at some distance. He had a sad face and was staring at the ground like he was about to cry. Suddenly, he looked up and our eyes met. A weird smile appeared on his face. His teeth were broken in places, making his smile way more horrible. His eyes were big, yet drowsy. He had a hypnotic stare that made me very uncomfortable. His face was so bony that I could see his cheekbones gushing out of his skin. I couldn't move, and he just watched me for a few seconds. And then he stood up, retaining that same creepy smile, and started to jog, standing in the same place. What a creep. Saying this, I closed the toilet door on his face. I was doing my business when I heard a muffled sobbing sound. The sound wasn't very loud, but it was surely spooky enough. Is that guy crying? What the hell is wrong with that dude? Suddenly, the sound stopped, and silence prevailed. I turned towards the door, pondering what I would see when I opened it, and a loud bang took place, almost giving me a heart attack, followed by a familiar voice. Sir, are you in there? I opened the door and saw it was that skinny teenager standing outside with a big packet in his hand. Your food is ready. I called out to you, but... Yeah, I had to take a leak. He handed me the food and we both walked to my car. I was taking out the cash from my wallet to pay him when I noticed the bench where that Ronald guy was sitting a few minutes back. It was empty, and the guy was nowhere to be found.
My camera stopped working, that's
checking out
tough.
the bench, the boy asked, "Is anything wrong, sir?" "Nothing like that. It's just, your Ronald McDonald guy is pretty creepy. He would scare the kids away." "What Ronald McDonald guy?" "The man who was sitting here a few moments back, wearing your mascot costume?" "I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. We don't have anyone like that here. I'm all this place has got." A cold shiver ran down my spine as he said that. I paid him quickly and, without much ado, got back on the road. The confused boy watched me drive away in a hurry. I
Bro,
rolled
do
the
not
windows
trust
down to
that
get some fresh
teenager.
air. Some crazy man creeped me out and looked at me. I was being all childish about it. I felt humiliated by my cowardly behavior. The boy must be laughing on his own now, seeing a guy double his age get scared of some stupid mascot. I went to turn on some music to take my mind off of everything, but before I could press the button on my music player, a squeaky laugh came from the back seat. I could feel my heartbeat getting faster. Drops of sweat appeared on my forehead as I slowly looked at the rearview mirror. A dark, shadowy figure was sitting in my back seat. It was a man with a curly red wig on his head.
Oh, like a fucking
He
tree.
slowly surfaced from the darkness, and the passing street
That shit
lights
look like a fucking tree a
illuminated
little
his
bit,
face.
isn't it?
That same wide but drowsy eyes, red,
Okay, that's not
painted,
fine.
big
That's fine on the
smile,
street.
was watching me. I was so freaked out that I forgot to scream. A cold, sharp, metallic thing touched my neck as the creepy Ronald leaned close to me. You shouldn't have closed the door on me, mate. What do you want? I want to show you how sharp this knife is. Hand me your iced tea. Come on, do it. Do it! Okay. Okay. I handed him my cup of iced tea. The situation was tense. I couldn't speed up, fearing that he would definitely slit my throat, and none of my loved ones would ever discover my body. So I decided to handle the entire situation very carefully. I didn't want to do anything reckless to make this psycho snap. He placed the cup right on my shoulder, and then moved the knife swiftly. The knife
Come on, get to the good part, bro.
was so sharp that it cut the bottom of the cup like butter, and the cold tea spilled all over my clothes. Oh my god! He laughed his heart out.
Hey, yo, that's
while
fucked up,
I
bro. That's
almost
fucked
shat
up.
my pants. I said,
That is fucked up.
Look, mister, I am... Call me Ronald. Yes, Ronald. I'm sorry for disrespecting you
Bro,
earlier.
that's ugly, man.
Please forgive me. That's a good start. So, just tell me where to drop you, and I will. No issues. Or are you trying to get rid of me? No. No. Drive quietly. I'll tell you where to stop. Okay. Whatever you say. Good boy. I kept driving, and Ronald watched me while smiling like a lunatic the entire time. We came near a right turn, and Ronald screamed, "That's it! Stop right there, and then we will both get out of the car. Midnight was so much fun!" I slowed the car down near the turn. I knew deep in my heart that if I got down there with this psycho,
I ain't gonna lie, I
I'm
would
probably never going back
You got
home.
me in the car, I would have.
I have to do something to
punched that
save
nigga,
myself. I kept trying to think of a way to
Like, bitch, who you got?
and get away with my life when
Who
he
you
yelled
talking
again. Are you going to stop, or should I make you? No. I'll
You
stop.
bad, punch that
I
nigga.
slowed the car down, but didn't turn off the engine. He opened the back door, and as soon as he stepped outside, I put the car in gear to speed away. But instead of the first gear, I put the car in reverse out of panic. As I pressed the accelerator hard, the car moved backwards at a sudden speed.
Yeah, there you
It
go. You
bumped
should have
into the
bended
man
that, bro.
standing there, not expecting this sudden turn of events. He fell to the ground, and I couldn't stop myself from hitting him once more. The left tire ran over his leg, breaking all the
Yeah,
bones
there
in
you
his
go.
limb.
Wow, that bitch
I could
ass,
hear
bro.
it cracking, and his
Yeah,
dying
break
scream
every bone in
all
his fucking
together.
body.
Eat shit, you freak! I screamed at him and drove away without wasting a single more second. The guy was so evil that even after losing his entire leg,
And he still got
up
what
and
the
in a very
fuck?
freaky way, tried to chase my car, supporting his body on his one good leg. His smile grew
Bro, how did
even
he still
bigger
get
as
out?
he chased me like a sob.
Oh,
Before
what
my
the
car
fuck?
went
You
away
want
from
some?
sight,
I don't know
I
what.
heard his loud voice
You want
echoing
some
through the
drugs,
night,
bro? You want that straight
screaming,
30?
"I'm Ronald McDonald! No one gets away from me!" I
Drive
can't
fast.
explain how I got home that night. But after that day, I stopped going to McDonald's. Forever.
Damn, bro. Good. Story 2.
Working in customer service is not easy. Since I've been working at McDonald's, I've encountered all kinds of customers. Many of them take a long time to order and delay the line. Others get angry for the craziest reasons. From the first day, we are taught to deal with all kinds of people. But nothing could prepare me for what I experienced that day. It was a Tuesday afternoon and my shift had just started. I had to work in the drive-thru, which is usually much quieter, so the day had not started badly. Customers were coming in very slowly, and I was a bit bored, until I heard a request that caught my attention. Good afternoon, sir. May I take your order? Yes, I want 3 hamburgers. Very well, sir. What kind of hamburgers? I don't care. I just want a hamburger. This person seemed a little angry about my question. He seemed desperate for those hamburgers. Okay, sir. How about 3 Big Macs? Yes, that's perfect. Do you want them in a combo? No, I told you I just want the burgers. I need them. Some of my coworkers were laughing hard at this guy, but I couldn't help but feel a little uncomfortable. As his car moved forward, I did my